Hare Krishna. Hello friends, I hope you all are doing well. This is Ritendra, I am preacher of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, and today is very special lecture. Today I am going to talk about important verses of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, which actually these all are very important and these all are my favorite verses. But before I start my lecture, I would like to introduce Srimad Bhagavad Gita. This is Srimad Bhagavad Gita as it is. This is Srimad Bhagavad Gita, which this version actually written by me, and I have tried to write all each and every verses of Srimad Bhagavad Gita as it is without making any kind of change. And this book is dedicated to those all people who are actually depression and actually really want to come out from the depression. So this is the best version. This is the best book of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. And I would like to say to all of you that please do read this book and try to understand, because I have actually mentioned many diagrams, many charts in this book by which the particular person can easily understand each and every verses of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. So let's start. Here Lord Krishna, after listening Arjuna's lamentation, Lord Krishna clearly listened these all things. Lord Krishna stated how this all impurity actually come upon to you. Here Krishna clearly stated, the first verse of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, which actually spoken by Lord Krishna. Here Lord Krishna clearly stated verse number 2, chapter number 2, दूसरा अध्याय दूसरा श्लोक. Here Lord Krishna clearly stated, कृतस्वा कस्मलम इदम विस्मय समुपस्थितः अनार्य जुष्टम स्वर्ग कीर्तिकारम अर्जुनः. This is the first slok. This is a revolutionary sloka which one was spoken by Lord Krishna. This is the first slok which was spoken by Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna clearly stated, कृतस्वा कस्मलम इदम विस्मय समुपस्थितः अनार्य जुष्टम स्वर्ग कीर्तिकारम अर्जुन. Parth, here Supreme Personality of God said, my dear Arjuna, how have this all impurity come upon to you? How have this all impurity come upon to you? They all are not befitting a man who knows the value of life. The man who knows the value of life, they lead not to the higher planet but to infamy. They lead not higher planet but to infamy. This is what Madhusudana here clearly stated. Here Madhav further stated, क्लेभ्यमास्मगं पार्थाने तत्त्वयुपपद्यते शूद्रं हृदय दौर्बल्य त्यक्त उत्तिष्ठ परंतप. हे परंतप पार्थ, हे अर्जुन, ये नपुंसकता तुमको शोभा नहीं देती पार्थ, इसीलिए अपना शस्त्र उठाओ, गांडी उठाओ और सर संधान करो, युद्ध करो पार्थ, युद्ध करो. दिस इज व्हाट मधुसूदना क्लियरली स्टेटेड. ओ सन ऑफ पृथा, don't till this kind of degrading importance. It doesn't become to you, giving up such a petty weakness of heart and arise or gesture of the enemy. This is what Madhusudana clearly stated. Guru na hatva hi mahanubhavah srayo bhaktu bhaksa me lokah hatvartha kamastu guru na hivah pujiva bhogan nirudo pratignan. Here Arjuna actually gave a reasoning power. Arjuna actually thought, Madhav, if I kill the Guru like a Guru Dronacharya, then my entire family become important. Because means my nobody will teach anything to my family. So my means is something like to reach into the particular hell. If I kill my Guru, then I will be in hell. Hell is like a situation. Means the planet like a hell. I will be into. So this is Arjuna thought. But after listening of entire Srimad Bhagavad Gita, in order to understand Srimad Bhagavad Gita, what we require? We only require one thing. This is a totally surrender of Lord Krishna. Here Krishna clearly stated, Karpaniya doso prahata swabhava puchamitam dharma sammodha cheta yasasya sanishitam bruhitan me sishyam te aham sadimam tam prapannam. Sishyam te aham sadimam tam prapannam. Until unless we are not surrendering unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Madhusudan Mukunda Murari Kesava Janardana Govind Gopala Madhava, we are not able to understand anything about Srimad Bhagavad Gita. We are only considering this is only book. This is nothing with religion. I do understand, I do believe. There is a nothing, there is a no any even single point mentioning Srimad Bhagavad Gita which are actually related with religion. This is pure book of the science and humanity. and I am only trying to propagate a humanity on the basis of Srimad Bhagavad Gita and trying to morally motivate to those people who are actually frustrated and attempt to commit suicide on the basis of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. So according to Srimad Bhagavad Gita, we only require totally surrender. Totally, we just have to accept Lord Krishna. Until unless we are not accepting Lord Krishna as a supreme personality of Godhead, we are not able to understand anything. So this is what Lord Krishna clearly stated. Lord Krishna further said, "Na tva iva jatu nasanam, na tva neme janadhipah, na chevam na bhavishyam sarva vayamata param, na chevam na bhavishyam sarva vayamata param." ऐसा कोई समय नहीं था पार्थ जहाँ पे तुम नहीं थे, ऐसा कोई समय नहीं था जहाँ पे मैं नहीं था, और आने वाले फ्यूचर में भी ऐसा कोई समय नहीं होगा जहाँ पे तुम नहीं होगे, जहाँ पे मैं नहीं होगा. दिस इज व्हाट माधव क्लियरली स्टेटेड. दिस इज व्हाट मधुसूदना क्लियरली स्टेटेड. लॉर्ड कृष्णा फर्दर सेड, वसांसि जीर्णा यथा विहाय नवानि करन्ति नरोपराणि तथा शरीराणि विहाय जीर्णाय अन्यानि संयाति नवानि देहि. Here Lord Krishna actually talked about transmigration of the soul, transmigration from the one body to the another body. As a person put on a new garment and giving up old and useless one, the soul similarly accepts the new material body and giving up the old and useless one. So this is what Madhusudana clearly stated. This is what Madhava clearly stated. Here Lord Krishna further stated, "Nainam chintanti sastrani naina dahati pavaka, na chain ankle dantyapo na shosati marutah." Here Madhusudana, na chain ankle dantyapo na shosati marutah. The soul can never be cut to the pieces by any weapons, nor burned by fire, nor moistened by water, nor withered by winds. So this is what, nor withered by wind. This is what Madhusudana clearly stated. It is said that the soul is invisible, inconceivable, and immutable. Knowing this, you should not grieve for the body. We all should not grieve for the body, because our body is only and only means our body is destructible, but our soul is undestructible. So this is what Lord Krishna clearly stated. Chatase hi dhruva mrityu dhruva janma mrityuscha chaha tasmad apaharisa natam sosatam aharsi. One who has taken birth is sure to die. Krishna clearly stated here, one who has taken birth is sure to die, and the particular person who died will surely take up birth again. Means how this means when will this cycle end? Here Krishna clearly says, until unless that particular person will not make himself free from the cycle of the birth and death, that particular person will take up birth and die again and again. So this cycle will be repeated again and again. So this is what Madhusudana clearly stated. So in order to make ourselves free from this material pool, free from the cycle, what should we all have to do? We only have to perform a prescribed duty without keeping any expectation, and never associate with the wrong people. So this is how we can easily make ourselves free from all kind of material bondages. This is what Madhusudana clearly stated. Lord Krishna here further said, "Sukh dukhe samay kritva labha labho jaya jayo tato yodhayu jaso nevam papam mavapsasi." Here Madhav, Madhusudana, Mukunda, Murari, Kesava, Janardana clearly stated, do though fight for the sake of fighting. Fight for sake of fighting. You don't have to do anything. बस लड़ने के लिए लड़ ले. तुम्हारी ड्यूटी हो ऐसे ही लड़ ले तुम. Without considering happiness or distress, loss or gain, and victory or defeat. And by so doing, you shall never incur the sin. तुम कभी पाप युक्त कार्य के भागीदार नहीं बनोगे. मेरे आराध्य, मेरे केशव, मेरे जनार्दन, मेरे गोविंद यहाँ पे कहते हैं. You will never incur the sin if you perform a prescribed duty, if you pose in all conditions. You don't have to consider whether there is success or failure, whether there is happiness or distress, whether there is a gain or loss. You don't have to consider anything. You just have to perform your prescribed duty without being deviated from your path. Lord Krishna further stated, Triguniya Vishyaveda Nisray Guniya Bhavarjana Nirbandho Nitya Sasvasa Niryog Same Atmavad. The Vedas mainly deal with the subject of the three modes of material nature. 3 गुणों का त्याग कर दो पार्थ, रजस तमस सत्व गुणों का त्याग कर दो और निर्गुणी बन जाओ पार्थ. और हमेशा कुछ प्राप्त करने का जो विचार है उस विचार का त्याग कर दो, और जो कुछ खोने का भय उसका भी त्याग कर दो. हमेशा अपनी आत्मा अपनी जो ध्यान है वो मेरे में लगाओ, मेरे आराध्य कहते हैं. दिस इज व्हाट लॉर्ड कृष्णा क्लियरली स्टेटेड. This is actually one of the most favorite as well as the famous slok. कर्मण्येवाधिकारस्ते मा फलेषु कदाचन मा कर्म फल हेतुर्भुः मा ते संगो स्वकर्मणि. You have right to perform your prescribed duty, but you are not entitled. Madhusudan here clearly stated, you have right to perform your prescribed duty, but you are not entitled to the fruit of action. And never consider yourself the cause of the result of your activities, and never be attached to not doing your duty. Never be attached to not doing your duty. This is what Madhav clearly stated. This is what Madhusudana clearly stated. Krishna further said, Yogastha kuru karmani sangam tyakta dhananjaya siddhya siddhyo samabhutva samatam yoga uchyate. Perform your duty equiposed, O Arjuna, abandoning all the attachment to the success or failure. Such a equanimity of mind, that is called yoga. Equanimity of mind, samatam yoga uchyate. Equanimity of mind, that is called yoga. This is what Madhav clearly stated. Krishna further said, Buddhi yukta jahatiya ube sukruta duskruto tasmada yoga yujasa yoga karmasu kausalam. Here Krishna clearly stated, a man engaged in the devotional services and rid himself of both good and bad reaction even in this life. Therefore strive for yoga, which is actually art of all the work. Yoga, this is actually art of all the work. Krishna further stated in Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Krishna here clearly said, what did Lord Krishna say? दुखेषु अनुविग्ध मनः सुखेषु विगत वित राग भय क्रोध स्थित धीर मुनि रुच्यते. जिनका मन दुख में विचलित नहीं होता, सुख जान के अपने आप को मतलब हर्षित नहीं हो जाता है, सुख देख के अपने आप को सर्वोपरि नहीं मान लेता है, जो व्यक्ति when there is happiness or distress, free from all kind of attachment, fear and anger, भय राग और द्वेष जैसे परिबड़ों से दूर रहता है, ऐसा व्यक्ति को भगवान श्री कृष्ण कहते हैं, ऐसे व्यक्ति को मैं स्थिर बुद्धि वाला इंसान कहूंगा. This is actually definition of the steady mind, the sage of steady mind. This is what Madhav clearly stated. Here Krishna further said, ध्यायतो विश्यान पुंस संगस्ते तो पजायते संगात संजायते कामात क्रोधो विंजायते क्रोधात भवति सम्मोह सम्मोहात स्मृति विभ्रमः स्मृति हिंसात बुद्धि नाशो बुद्धि नाशात प्रणश्यति. मेरे आराध्य मेरे नाथ यहाँ पे कहते हैं, फल की आशा से कामना प्रकट होती है पार्थ, और कामना का तो स्वभाव है संतोष्टि. असंतोष के कारण क्रोध जन्म लेता है, क्रोध के कारण मोह जन्म लेता है, मोह के कारण व्यक्ति आचार और व्यवहार का ज्ञान ही भूल जाता है, ज्ञान के चले जाने से बुद्धि चली जाती है, अनुचित प्रकार के कार्य होने लगते हैं, और अंत में ऐसा व्यक्ति का पूर्ण रूप से पतन हो जाता है. ऐसे मेरे आराध्य यहाँ पे कहते हैं. So this is actually, these all are very important shlokas of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. I hope you all can understand. If you have any questions, any doubt, then please kindly put a comment. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Radhe.